The Red Sea International Film Festival has unveiled 38 compelling feature films and TV projects as part of this year's Sea Souk project market, showcasing a continued commitment to championing bold storytelling and exciting new voices in cinema. This year's selection highlights a diverse range of narratives and talent from across the globe. Joining us today is its director, Holly Daniel, to talk about Sea Souk and its business aspects. Daniel, thank you so much for your time and for speaking to us on Zee Business.
Very welcome. Nice to meet you.
Now, how different will the Sea Souk project be this year from what we have seen in the previous editions?
There are still similarities in that we have, some really interesting projects, some unique voices, some debut directors, some second feature directors. But the main difference for the project market this year is that we've opened up the call to the whole of Asia. So whereas previously we were focused on Africa and the Arab world, this year we have opened up the call. So we had many applications. I think actually for the first year we had 28% of our applications came from the wider continent. So we've got a much more diverse mix of voices and stories and cultures.
What role does Sea Souk project play in generating opportunities for people and revenue opportunities for them?
Yeah, so we have a great representation from both regional and international industry who come to the Souk, who are looking for projects, they're looking for new collaboration. I think within Saudi itself, for a relatively nascent industry, they have a huge amount of opportunities on offer, everything from, tax breaks, locations, studios, infrastructure, which is growing every year. And so as a Souk, we can be a kind of a sort of hotbed to find all these connections depending on what you need. So for the projects in development specifically, a lot of them are looking for co-producers, they're looking for financing avenues, and the Souk is the place where they can find those connections. For the projects that are in post-production, for the works in progress, a huge amount of those have gone on from all editions to play at the A-list festivals. They've been discovered by programmers or buyers here. So for the projects, whatever the stage they are at, whether it's development, production, or post-production, there are all those connections to be made. But we also have some, we have great awards provided by the Red Sea Fund, and we have a huge number of award partners, both from the region and from Europe this year. So there's also that kind of opportunity to amplify those projects a little more and profile them a little more once they're, if they're selected by our juries.
How big is India as a market for these projects that you just mentioned for funding?
There's a huge interest in India on both sides of so from the business side of film, but also from the audience side of film. There's a huge appetite here for Indian cinema. And I think, the crossover of values, of cultures, between the stories that are coming from the regions we're working with and from India, there's a lot of synergy there where we can create opportunities to create more co-productions, be that not just from Saudi, but from kind of Africa or the Arab region. And now, obviously, the whole of Asia that we're working with.
Any key takeaways by networking with industry professionals at the Souk that you would like to discuss?
I would say in relation to this year, we've introduced some new activities to help boost opportunities for networking and for connections. So in addition to the one-on-one networking meetings that we offer, which this year we're calling Souk Connections, where people can sign up to meet industry professionals of all levels from all areas and just have a quick 15-minute meeting. We are also offering some more informal networking sessions, just bringing everyone together, doing some matchmaking. I think, the beauty of the Souk this year, we're moving back into the old town of Jeddah. So the cinema venue and the Souk venue and all our activities are all going to be much more close together, in walking distance of each other.